Not Worth the Time with Wade Taylor. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Not Worth the Time. We're here. We're doing it. It's been another 2 weeks, and you're ready to hear me babble on about nothing. Isn't that great? Every couple weeks, I just pop into your feed if you're subscribed, and I just ramble for you. As you just sit there, and I do God knows what. For all I know, you're just sitting in front of a campfire right now. Why a campfire? I don't know. Why aren't you listening to the sounds of nature instead of listening to a podcast in the woods? If the podcast is recorded in the woods, is it make a sound? I don't fucking know. See? Babbling nonsense. But here we are. Hope you guys have had a fantastic couple weeks. Hope you enjoyed your 4th of July. Did you get after it? Did you have a good time? Did you end up doing what you wanted? Did you have enough hot dogs? I personally didn't have enough. You know, we all need more hot dogs in our lives, I think. You know, we all aspire to be the real Joey Chestnut of our family. Every family's got one. Everyone's got a relative that just wishes they could gobble down dogs like that man. Everybody, just one family member, just wants that glory. Not everybody in the family. Not everybody wants to be a glutton and wants to eat all that much. And, you know, they just want to have their 2 hot dog and minimum and get the hell out of Dodge. Nah. Okay, I'm trying to be in the alcoholics of hot dogs, okay? I want to get in on that. I don't have the stamina. I don't have the stomach. You got to be born with the proper equipment in order to pull off the Nathan's hot dog eating challenge. Am I right? You have to have a magical gut. And just like any athlete in their prime, you only got a couple of good years before that you get some kind of gastrointestinal disease that fucking rips that thing open. And then your career's over. Once you got to stitch up the stomach, okay? It's like blowing an Achilles. You stitch up your stomach, it's game over, okay? You can't go back to the Nathan's hot dog eating contest, okay? You got to go play in like the Champions League of Nathan's hot dog eating. Do they have like a senior league for like the old guys in competitive eating? They got to, right? You just got to have a Champions League. Little smaller portions, longer period of time in order to get things done. You know, people still want to watch the greats eat. Okay, you gotta give them their space. Pay homage to the ones who paved the way, those who chugged lemonade and gobbled glizzies before you. I hope you guys had a good 4th though. I did. I had a pretty good one. It was a good time. You know, just kind of did my own thing. It was nice. Me and the lady just kind of hung out outside all day. It was just us. Like, I went to a small party at the end, you know. One of my good buddies had a tiny barbecue. It was like 8 or 9 people. It was perfect. Sat on a patio, talked some shit, had a couple brews. You know, that was a good time. But for the majority of the day, it was just me and the lady hanging out. She got out a kiddie pool and just vibed and had some drinks in it, and I literally just hit chip shots in my yard. I worked on my golf game all 4th of July, okay? You know how great that is? Just hitting golf balls at a bucket in the middle of your yard. Just people driving by like, what the fuck is that guy doing? Golfing anywhere but a golf course is the most off-putting thing in the world. You look like you're about to break something at all times. Which is a fair assessment, okay? It's not like I'm a professional. I am heavily liable to just absolutely cold, hard skull or blade a shot into someone's window at any given point. It shouldn't be legal to hit a golf ball in a residential area, if I'm being honest. The mere fact that people build houses on golf courses and build their residential areas next to a municipality golf course, okay? A public golf course, and you decide, oh, yeah, a par 5 over water, this is where I want to build my house, right here, where these fucking hacks can just slice a fucking drive right into my back window. That's what I want. I can't wait to replace a sliding glass door every 3 years. Yeah, it should be fucking illegal to hit a golf ball in a residential area. I guess if you build your house on a golf course, you totally signed up for that. I'm in the middle of a tiny little town, and I'm sitting in my backyard hitting wedge shots. I shouldn't be allowed to do that. But you know why it was allowed? Because it was fucking America's birthday. And that's why, okay? USA, USA, USA. That's how you do it, okay? It was a good time. It was a good fucking time, and I enjoyed it. I had no problems, no qualms with my 4th of July, dude. It was great, I didn't even watch a single firework. Didn't watch one goddamn firework. The only fireworks I saw were when I happened to be driving home when it was dark out. It's the only time I saw fireworks. And I could give a shit less, dude. Who cares, I had my fun with fireworks, okay? I had my pyromaniac phase. We all had it between the ages of 11 and 14. Okay, mine extended into 19, but that's besides the point. But I don't need fireworks anymore, man. It's not my, I don't care enough. Yeah, even going to a baseball game now, they'll have those big, we're going to do a fireworks show at the end of the baseball game every Friday night. I'm not staying. I'm gonna leave. I don't care. I don't want to. If anything, I love that they do the fireworks at the end of a baseball game. You know why? Because it keeps all the people who are bad drivers in the stadium because they're easily distracted by pretty lights, and that's why they're bad drivers. So it makes me able to get out of the parking lot as fast and as efficiently as possible, okay? Yes, fire off those fireworks. I think, actually, I changed my mind. Fireworks after every sporting event, okay? That way the people who don't care about fireworks can get out of there before the people who are attracted to shiny objects get in their car and cause a complete backup of the parking lot structure, okay? Honestly, I think fireworks are doing us some good. Are they polluting the ozone layer? Who gives a shit? I want to beat the traffic. Let's get the guys from Whitesnake out there to help fucking distract the dummies so they don't try to block up traffic early. Okay? Let the smart people who aren't distracted by the simulation of war, because that's what the fireworks are, man. The rocket's red glare is just bombs bursting in air. Man, that's fantastic. But yeah, didn't see a single firework. It was fine. It's good. It's good. And then this, my family happened to come up. I didn't hang out with them on the 4th, but a couple days later they came up, and I was trying to meet them somewhere, right, in town. They were wanting to go to these museums. First museum closed, right? So then they're like, oh, okay, we're going to try to go to this other museum then. And I don't understand why we were so hell-bent on going to a museum, okay? Nobody's ever had a good time at a museum. And this is supposed to be so we can, all visit and catch up and talk. Does anybody ever feel like they can have a conversation in a museum? You can't. I just feel like you're not supposed to be talking. You're supposed to be paying attention to listening like it's school. Museums give off classroom vibes, okay? Anytime you walk into any place that says museum, all of a sudden everybody kind of is like, hey man, this painting's kind of cool, huh? Yeah, you start it's whisper conversation. I can't ask my uncle from Louisiana how he's been doing in whisper fashion, okay? I need that man to talk at full volume and give his quips and storytelling the right vamping it needs, okay? His stories need characterization that he brings to them. He needs that levy. And if you put him in a museum setting, I'm not going to get to enjoy the stories in the max capacity I would. But we're trying to meet at these museums. And I'm with my brother, and they tell us to meet at this second museum. All right. So we're walking. We park downtown, and we start walking over the place because I didn't want to fight for parking. I'm one of those people. I will find a parking spot, and as soon as I find it, I will park, and I'll walk to wherever I can if it's in reasonable distance, right? I'm a back parking lot guy at a mall, okay? The back of the parking lot at the mall, I will park there right away. Trying to get away from traffic, okay? My legs work. I'll walk into the mall, dude. It doesn't bother me, okay? My legs, solid. You hear that? You hear that? That's solid leg right there, okay? I can walk We're good. I can park in the back of a parking lot. It's cool. So I do that downtown. Park far away. Me and my brother start hoofing it. We get to this spot, and this little museum has a nice little garden area out front, right? So we walk through the archways, and there's a big old statue there. And we're like, with a fountain. We're like, yeah, pretty cool looking. And we see some lady taking pictures. Think nothing of it. Tourist, whatever. I don't know. She's taking pictures of a fountain. That's pretty standard, right? And then we start walking closer towards the fountain. And we see this lady all of a sudden start sliding over and start pointing the camera over at this couple that's walking up the way. And at first, I'm like, the fuck, man? That's weird. Why is this lady, like, stalking these people? I wanted to ask her if she was a PI. Are you a PI? Is this guy cheating on this lady over here? Am I going to have to go, like, teach him a lesson? You want me to blow up your spot real quick, PI lady? You want me to just brute force this? Okay, just ruin your whole PI job. Like, you're just supposed to get photos, and then you just got me over there confronting, like, hey, are you that cheating motherfucker? But she starts sliding over and taking pictures, and the way she slid over was the same path that me and my brother are trying to walk on. And she's snapping pictures. I'm like, oh, sorry, excuse me. I'm trying to get out of your way here. And she snapped pictures, and then I happen to turn over, and I see that the dude had grabbed his girl that he was walking with and faced her and was like holding her arms, and I was like, oh shit. And that's when I started to hustle fast, because I realized me and my brother were about to block the proposal photos. This man was getting ready to propose to his girlfriend in this nice, luscious garden space. He thought it was going to be romantic, super easy. No one was going to be there because it's a fucking tourist trap. Also, the museum was closed. So why would anybody be roaming around that was a normal person, right? Why would regular people be walking around in the gardens in downtown Des Moines, And me and my brother are trying to scramble, get out of the way, because she's now panicking, trying to make sure she's not going to miss the shot, which is fair. Like, is he giving a speech? You got to coordinate that with your photographer. The proposal photo, it has to be so coordinated correctly. You have to, if you're a dude and you're planning that, you definitely got to write out your speech, kind of time it, and you got to give her a kind of estimate time of when to start shooting pictures. Am I right? Like, you gotta sync watches like it's a fucking robbery. You're gonna be like, okay, as soon as we cross the threshold, hit a timer on your watch, because that by the time we get over there, it's about a minute walk. I've walked it. I've done the pace we need to. Okay, and by the time I hit the second bench, I'm going to turn around and start giving my speech. My speech lasts about 2 minutes. You have 2 minutes to get in the ready position in order to snap the pictures of me going down on one knee, okay? It's the game time. I'm kneeling on the football within 2 minutes, okay? It's the 2-minute drill. They're out of timeouts, and I'm taking a knee on every down. You got a game plan. You got to tell the photographer. Because and maybe she knew the game plan, because she started panic. I saw the panic in this lady's eyes. She didn't have a backup plan for two dumbasses walking through the garden at that same time, who might be walking in the wet path of what could be a once-in-a-moment photo, Luckily, we were able to escape the thing. But I do laugh, because there's for sure 100% photos of me and my brother looking at this camera like, bruh, oh, what's that? Why is this lady taking pictures of us? Oh, what? And then we figure it out. And then I see, like, there's a group of friends up on this, like, like staircase going into the museum, like, watching what's going on. And then we see them, like, we and my brother start watching, because of course you're literally watching a romantic comedy happen in front of you, basically. Except we're the side characters who almost fucked up the entire love story. We were almost the comic relief in a romantic Hallmark movie, dude. I'm always a background character, dude. I'm never gonna be a lead, but I could be a comic relief. And we start watching, and I just start elbowing my brother after she says yes, and like they hug and they're kissing. You hear all the friends start clapping and whatnot, and I just told my brother, I was like, "Yell Mazel Tov, I dare you, yell Mazel Tov." He's like, "No, Paul, I'm not gonna yell Mazel Tov," and we just kept walking. Oh man, yeah, I would have been so, I would have felt horrible, but then I would have laughed later if I, like, as time would have gone on, the fact that I ruined a marriage proposal. Would have left them with a great story, though. Like, it's a good story that it went right, but, like, how much more fun would the wedding toast be if you just like, yeah, the proposal didn't go as planned. Two fucking morons walked in front of us capturing this great moment. I only spent like $2,000 on this photographer to make sure she captured the moment. Ah, man, that would have sucked for them. But luckily, no harm, no foul. Congrats to that couple. I don't even know who you are, but I know where you were proposed to at, and I almost ruined it. Hopefully you don't even know that. Maybe one of those buddies, one of the dude friends who saw me and my brother, definitely told him, like, yeah, those guys almost fucked it up. No fucking way, man. Almost fucking up love on a after 4th of July. You love to see it. No, you don't. You don't want to fuck up anything like that, you know? Yeah. But sometimes you can't always account for morons walking in your way. They're hard to spot. Morons like me and my brother when we're just wandering and talking about, you know, smiling friends and Rick and Morty rather than paying attention to where the fuck we're walking. You know, we're hard to spot sometimes, you know, those people get in your way. Which brings me to what I have this week, guys. This week's article comes from our favorite magazine, New Scientist. That's right, we got a new article from there. And if you want to check out any of the articles I ever read on Not Worth the Time, go to the description down below. I have links to all the articles there, so go check that out. Now, this week, I found a fun one. This is a good one because it's it's something we should learn, like how to spot. We should be more vigilant as people, right? And so we're going to learn how to spot a stricken alien ship. That's right, guys, because apparently ships are getting fucking shot in space now, dude. Then we got to know when to identify a down ship, okay? This is going to be just like colonial times, okay? You need to learn where stricken ship is in space, okay? For 2 reasons. One, if you're a good person and a good Samaritan of the Intergalactic Federation system that we're eventually all going to join, you want to go help these aliens. 2, if you're trying to be a rebel and want to be a space pirate, you need to know how to spot these ships so you could go in there and loot them and raid them. That's going to be big business, dude. Okay? We don't know what the intergalactic space laws are yet. But if we hop on there before that, we can take our millions via space looting. So we're going to learn how to spot it. If alien crafts are using warp drives, we should be able to detect them when they malfunction. Oh my God, dude. We're doing straight ass Trekkie talk on this right now, okay? They got warp drives in space. We should be able to detect them. You guys probably didn't even know we had the technology to detect warp speed, did you? I didn't. I didn't know that. It's funny how we just keep rolling out slowly this new stuff we know about aliens all the time, right? This is in a magazine that nobody reads. Nobody reads magazines, and here we are. We're learning about it. There's no evidence that aliens are flying around the galaxy in spaceships powered by faster than light warp drives. But if they were, oh damn, they just said right away the one thing. So this is just all gobbledygook. This is just sci-fi we're reading. This isn't even scientific. It probably is still. I'm stopping before I finish the next sentence. But we could detect such ship breakdowns using current technology, says researchers. Such a discovery could confirm the existence of alien life through, sadly, any crew aboard the ship would be torn apart by the force similar to a black hole. Listen, we can find alien ships. There won't be any life because the only way we can find them is if they use the warp drive, which literally will destroy them all. So warp drive basically is just mass suicide. We call it Jim Jones drive. Warp drives are the Kool-Aid of space. Colt Kool-Aid of space is what a warp drive is, apparently. Holy shit. While warp drives are the best known from Star Trek, called it, theoretic physicists say it should be possible to create a bubble of space-time that could propel the craft within an even faster than the speed of light because it is space-time itself that is moving. Wait, what? So instead of you're moving light or going faster than the speed of light, which takes forever, but it's also it's fastest, right? If I remember right. Like the speed of light thing always fucks me up. But okay, because space time itself that is moving. So you as the object are moving. It's just the space around you and time is moving. So technically, it sounds like you're warping the universe around you. Like you're just moving it sounds like teleporting more than anything. I don't understand this. This is why it's theoretical, and this is why I'm on a podcast called Not Worth the Time, because I'm a moron. Anyway, these theoretical warp drives rely on exotic materials that we don't know actually exists, such as one with negative energy density, but it doesn't mean that they aren't possible. Yeah, it's a theory, it's theoretical, so it technically could be real if you could find and manipulate it, right? Isn't the gravity still a theory? That's why like they always say when you see shit happen weirdly, it's just like, no, that's just the gravity's theory. Doesn't always. I don't know. Anyway, I'm making dumb jokes. Anyway, shout out to Einstein. Shout out to Isaac Newton, Einstein. Theoretical. What up? Inspired by many warp drive mishaps depicted in Star Trek, Kate Clout of Queen Mary University of London and her colleagues decided to investigate whether such an incident in the real universe could release ripples in space-time called gravitational waves. And if so, whether they could detect them. They found that once the warp-powered spaceship was up to speed and traveling at a constant velocity, it wouldn't create any gravitational waves. But it would if it accurately or accelerated. It would if it accelerated or malfunctioned. Clough said that we already have the technology to detect the gravitational waves. The laser intermediate gravitational wave observatory, LIGO. LIGO my lasers, I'm an idiot. That was a bomb. I just bombed real bad on that one. That was a bad joke, you guys. Anyway, designed to reveal secrets of the galaxy and black holes, is sensitive enough, but observes the wrong gravitational wave frequency. So you would have to calculate it to a different frequency in order to get these spaceship waves. Developing a device to look at the right frequency for warp drive signatures would be a matter of funding and not engineering or science, says Clout. She speculates that if we were to see evidence of warp drive problems, it could indicate that aliens were working on the technology and we're having early development problems leading to failure. But one thing is certain, it would be bad news for anyone near the device at that time. All of the that's not circumventure, Wade. All of this curvature in the space-time that is in the warp bubble collapses inward before it goes out again. But that basically means you'd have really strong tilted tidal force in a way in the same way when you fall into a black hole, you get kind of pulled apart, says Clout. It would be very unpleasant place to be. Are you telling me going through a black hole isn't fucking cool and comfortable? I thought going through a black hole would be like the chillest experience of all time. You know, I thought you're just going to get ported to a new dimension, you know? Rith Alanian, a southeastern Louisiana university, says the current gravitational wave detector on Earth are affected by the large passing of vehicles and ocean tides. Because of this, they need the vast infrastructure to help offset the interference. If you can have the money to build whatever kind of gravitational wave detector you want, I'd put it in space, says You wouldn't have to worry about all of the structures that you have to build around it on Earth. You just you just have to have these devices set them at a same point in space where they can stay in the same position. Listen, if I had to build my dream gravitational detector, it'd be in space, okay? I love that scientists and nerds do the same shit as we all do. It's just all like, hey man, if you had unlimited funding, what would you study? They're just playing the same dumb games we're all playing. Wait, if you hit the lottery, what would you do? Man, I'd probably have I'd have a fucking golf course in my backyard. I'll just put a little par 3 back there. You know what I mean? Be out in Montana. If you had unlimited funding, where would you put your gravitational detector? Space. Yeah. If I had no budget, we're building it right in space. We're going to build it right in space. We're not even going to launch it up there. We're just going to send a crew. We're going to build everything in space. Ground up. Lay the foundation up on the ozone layer. Oh, I love it, dude. It's so fun. But yeah, now you guys know there is a way to detect spacecrafts that are using warp drives. We just aren't on the right frequency. See, that's the problem with humans. We're never on the right wavelength with aliens, and that's why we'll never see them, because you guys won't open your mind, man. You know where's a great place to go open your mind, though? Punninggame.com. That's right, everybody. Punninggame.com is where you can find this show, Not Worth the Time, in all of its back catalog. Got great stuff over there. So go check that out. And we also have shows like Who Gives a F with myself and Nathan. We have the back catalog of all the podcasts we've had on the network for many years at this point. So there's literally thousands of hours, hundreds of hours of content on there. It's fucking great. So go check that out. It's all free. And while you're there, don't forget to go to the Punning Game shop where you can get yourself t-shirts, hoodies, all sorts of cool stuff to represent your favorite shows here at punninggame.com. And don't forget to use promo code NWTPOD. That's NWT Pod, and that gets you free shipping at checkout. And guys, if you'd like to watch this show, head on over to youtube.com and search Comic Wade Taylor. Comic Wade Taylor, all one word. You can find clips of this show, the full show. You can find clips of my stand-up. It's fucking great over there. Thank you to everybody who subscribe. Thank you for checking out the show and watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you for supporting. Yeah. So you guys go do all that stuff. We got a lot of fun stuff coming out here at punninggame.com, and we're doing fun shit. It's always a good time. Tell your friends. You're going to have a blast. It's a good way to kill a half hour and learn something new. You know, that's what Not Worth Time's about. So learning something new and learning how I'm a moron and almost screw up a proposal. With that being said, guys, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week. And remember, don't do anything I wouldn't do.